kan, saya ingat in the alarm, when we configure the CloudWatch alarm, kita boleh configure the SNS topic and configure your email administrator as a subscriber kan. So kita pakai this service lah. So now we're going to zoom into this service in detail. So you can see when you create this SNS, okay, you boleh configure topic, okay. Topik basically contoh you boleh configure satu topik untuk politik, satu topik untuk apa, COVID-19, okay, satu topik untuk vaksin. Sekarang banyak orang discuss the vaccine kan, a lot of people phobia about vaccine kan. So then of course then the publisher is the one that will send, will advertise the message, okay. And the subscriber basically it can be subscribed based on email contoh, they are the one that will receive the message, so they akan subscribe based on the topic they are interested, correct or not? Right. So then that's why this is based on what? That's what we call the push model. Dia akan the message kalau the topic arrive, dia akan push automatically to the subscriber. Okay, it's different from SQS. SQS is not based on the push model. Okay. So you see, when we receive the topic receive the message, they can sort accordingly and send to the relevant subscriber. Okay. So the subscription type, so for the subscriber to subscribe, the type can be in form of email, okay, atau HTTP or HTTPS. So this one basically subscriber will specify the URL as part of the registration process, and notification will be sent to the HTTP post to the specified URL. Atau can be in the what? SMS. So of course you also have to specify the phone number, okay, your phone number. Right. And also you boleh make SQS as a subscriber for SMS. Later I'll show you this demo. I will configure in my console. I will make SQS to be the subscriber for SNS. So that means the SNS can publish the message to SQS. Okay, right. I send a message to the SNS, then SQS can process this message. Okay? And Lambda, Lambda we'll talk about that. This is serverless. When you want to do Lambda, you can pakai the what? You can provide your code. Code can be in different SDK programming language. So the general use case for SNS, you see, this one basically is in this case, you can for application and system alert, kind of, right? So is there any alert when certain event happen, kind of? Contoh, a specific change to your auto scaling. When auto scaling launch extra IC2, you want to send notification, kind of. Then it can be for push email and text messages, okay? Right, basically it can be pushing the email, right, and or it can be in form of SMS, okay? So those interested reader will be the subscriber, or it can be a mobile push notification. Right, this one basically can be include a link to download or install or update, contoh. Look at the characteristics of SNS. So you see, it is a single publish message. Right, so means semua messages hanya ada satu message aja. Okay, right, satu message yang akan publish. Tak ada recall function. Means kalau the message sudah deliver, tak boleh recall lagi. Then third one, HTTP and HTTPS retry. So you can configure, excuse me, you can configure the policy to control the retry pattern. Okay, contoh you boleh set maximum and minimum retry delay and those parameter. Or you can set the number of retry between a few attempts. Okay, that's all called retry lah. All this you boleh set pakai the delivery policy in SNS. Okay, and order and delivery is not guaranteed. It's not like first message received by SNS, dia akan first message to deliver. Okay, then the delivery also cannot be guaranteed. Kenapa? Because contoh, they say SNS send to the, you use the SMS as a subscriber. Tapi telco, because SMS is using telco kan, kind of, mobile network, all this to send. Mobile network can be congested, kind of. Then your message can be discarded by the telco. Understand? So that cannot be guaranteed one. So let me show you how this can be done. So in this case, I'm going to configure the what. Okay. So you can see when you configure that this you have to go to SNS lah. Kalau you nak configure SNS, very simple lah. This one very simple one. Notification service is very simple to understand one. So you can see you can create, as you see in the slide lah, you can create topics lah, correct? You can create topics. You see I got so many topics here. Okay, right. So you see this is a card watch metric filter right, alarm topic. I can filter the log. Okay, look for specific messages, specific data in the log. Then I can create the metric to filter this and send alarm. Alarm can be sent to the email to inform your administrator. So basically you can set you can see satu topic you can have many subscriber. Faham? Satu topic you can have many subscriber one. Okay, so look at the transactional topic. So this transactional topic basically you follow the lab guide lah. Kalau you nak buat, you nak try out this yourself, I got the lab guide for this. I already share with you already. So you can see in this case I dah configure dual subscriber lah for this topic. First subscriber is what? Email engjheng@gmail.com. So when you configure this as a engjheng@gmail.com, they akan receive the confirmation for the subscription one. So engjheng kena confirm the subscription, correct not? This is a standard, correct not? For any topic notification, you kena confirm because they kena check are you the right recipient? Are you really interested to receive this notification? Correct not? Once you confirm the right this subscription, baru dia akan send the message, correct not? So then the other subscriber is what? I configure SQS right? I point to SQS. Okay. There you can see the SQS is tadi itu transactional queue. The name for the SQS is what? Subscriber transactional queue. So I will have to configure the SQS queue this, then make this as a subscriber, this SQS queue as a subscriber for this SNS topic. Okay. So now I'm going to show you what is the result lah. Very simple. Come, let me straight away show you the result. So I'm going to publish the message that the SNS. Okay. So subject COVID-19 or vaccine. Right. Contoh. Time to leave. Okay, you boleh set the time to leave. This is only applied to the mobile app endpoint. This is the number of seconds that will push the notification service. Only subject to mobile app lah. Let me enlarge a bit. Okay, message body. There you put the message body here. Now COVID. Vaccine is good. Vaccine good. Contoh. Okay. Okay, next. Then after that, I publish. That's it. So simple. Now successfully published already. So after that, I need to go to the what? Correct not? The correct not? Now there they tell you subs was topic to topic transactional topic successfully. So after that, I will have to go to this SQS. Let's see. Of course, as I told you already. SQS, right? Okay, here. The transactional queue, this one, this is the subscriber. So then I have to go to the send and receive here. Sini, send and receive message, and I have to poll the message. Okay, remember, because right, it's not automatic one. Automatic push one. SQS is like that one. Memang, you can poll. Do I have a message? See, sudah ada immediately. I already stop the polling already. Let's see, right? There. Vaccine subject. Vaccine is good. Okay. Very senang. Right now. Right. Understand? Are you clear? So of course, this one in the real life can be what? In the real life, this one can be what? Can be the what? In the real life, this you pakai SNS. This one can be the your notification, like the the realistic one. I know that one is what? Auto scaling, kind of. Contoh, because when auto scaling launch extra EC2, this one basically is very serious, kind of, because it will costing. You want to know, because extra EC2 akan charge. So that's why there's something that it's a real case. A real use case. Another real use case is, for example, contoh, you will use this SNS to to notify your this contoh the EC2. Kalau the EC2 suddenly stop, because EC2 shouldn't be stopped. Let's say it's on the production environment. So kalau EC2 is being stopped for whatever reason, you can configure the email filter as a subscriber. Okay, so you can see tadi let's go to my Gmail. Tadi I also Gmail is a subscriber also kan, correct not? Let's see. There you go. I think because maybe I dah unsubscribe already because if I subscribe by right, I should receive the email also, correct not? Because tadi I ada 10 subscriber one. Satu is the SQS and the other one is the right, the other one is the SNS. So I think probably it's because
promotion, right?
Yes, upper question.
No, I saw at the promotion tab.
Other promotion, maybe where?
The other one is I saw AWS there.
Oh, okay. So it's go to the this folder. Yeah, correct. Yes. There, nampak tak, everyone? Vaccine is good. Correct. This one, I still continue subscribe this message. Okay, that's why I will see this. Are you clear, everyone? Very simple, kan? Correct. So this is remember as for SQS, you remember to delete this. Okay, that's it lah. So any questions on this SQS and SNS? Kalau tak ada, come, let's continue lah. Okay, still got another 2 topics. Okay, so now kita ada satu example lah, achieving loose couple with the SNS and S3. Look at here. So contoh this is the example kita nak basically this example is kita nak when somebody upload the message right, image. When somebody upload the image, contoh kita punya customer upload the image, kita nak do this thumbnail. Kita nak thumbnail the image. So kita boleh pakai this. Look at here. Kita boleh pakai SNS. Look at how this can be done. And so firstly, when somebody upload the image, okay, so you will store inside the S3 bucket. And this basically will trigger the event notification. Right, it will be sorted based on the topic. And basically, you can see, basically we have 3. You can see, basically we have this topic here, okay. This is the generate the thumbnail. Okay, it's one topic. Size for the mobile and size for the web or this. Okay, and basically, we boleh for this size for the web topic, you can see we are using the SQS as a subscriber. Correct not? Right. Basically we are using this SQS as a subscriber. So and basically of course we will have this EC2 These are the consumer kind of right, basically will process these messages. Right, these are the consumer that will be processing the messages. Okay, so right, that's why this is a use case. We are decoupling the solution. We are decoupling the solution. And of course, kita boleh auto scale. Kalau the messages kalau they hit certain amount, kita boleh auto scale to automatically tambah the EC2 at this side. Because it means kalau the messages is become more and more, that means kita punya this consumer EC2 sudah become too busy already, contoh. And basically we have another different bucket to serve the content, okay, right, for those images yang sudah thumbnail punya, and basically it can be basically serving to CloudFront. CloudFront will help us to speed up the response time. When your customer download these thumbnail messages. Okay, so that is called loosely coupled solution. Right. So this is just a comparison between the SNS and SQS. You can see SNS, they don't store the message one. Once it's sent out already, they will not store inside the queue already. Tapi SQS, yes, it will store. One is based on push, one is based on pull. Then the producer and consumer, okay, so it's basically this is the terms used by the SQS, right? Tapi in the SNS we call this publisher and subscriber. Okay, publisher is the one that sends, subscriber is one that receives. Distribution model is one to many, right? But SQS is more like one to one. So this is the things, the difference. Okay, any question? Okay, next we're going to, kalau tak ada question, let's move on to the MQ, our last the last session for this topic. Later we'll move on. We still got another two modules. So for this MQ, this is a message broker service. Right? For your Apache MQ. So this basically allow different software system, okay, or usually used by different programming language, to communicate and exchange messages. So this is a broker service in the cloud in AWS. And basically they provide you a direct access to this MQ, this active MQ console. You are this type of system or not? Do you have this Apache MQ in your on-premises data center? Ada tak? Because this is the open source. Ada tak? No, tak pernah cuba this. So you can see it is compatible with the open standard API and protocol, including all these well-known one, JMS, NMS, all this. Okay. So in this case, basically, you are like a broker that you can relay the message from your on-premises to this MQ, okay, to the consumer that receive. So, but the key thing is between this MQ and kalau kita compare kan, later I'll show you the comparison. Okay, this one is based on open standard. That's why a lot of application basically they can support this. Okay, so when you set up this broker, okay, you will message broker, you can ensure redundancy. You got a choice. Kalau you nak buat this multi-AZ, this is something like the multi-AZ whereby you can see they akan set up satu active broker dalam satu AZ, then they will have a standby broker in another AZ. So when both are up, they akan copy the message, the active broker when they receive the message, they akan replicate to the standby one. Standby is passive one. So tapi kalau the active broker down, the standby akan take over. Okay. So now look at the real life how this can be implemented. So sekarang you can see on your own corporate data center, kita ada those message producer right? Kita ada those message producer, and they are based on those open standard, and they basically are sending the messages to this active MQ broker in your on premises. So then this active MQ can relay the message to the AWS punya MQ. Then because kenapa dia perlu relay? Sebab your consumer is inside inside AWS. Okay, so you boleh use this kind of hybrid integration. It's one of the use case. So tapi kalau you see the difference, what is the difference? You see MQ is good for application migration. The key thing is what? Is based on those well-known standard MQ, right? So basically, they can see they can support a wide range of protocol. Tapi SQS and SNS is born in the cloud apps, okay? For born in cloud apps, and they are based on HTTPS, okay? Now, third thing, feature rich is very important. MQ, you see tadi kita see the SQS and SNS. You see like SQS dia tak boleh store the SNS tak boleh store the message. Once deliver, dia sudah delete the message. SQS boleh store the message, all this. Tapi MQ dia boleh buat, up to you to configure. You boleh configure to store the message after deliver, or atau you boleh configure not to store the messages. Faham? Right? So also you boleh configure topics as well. You boleh set whether you want to do push and pull, tapi you can see SQS one is push, one is pull, dia tak boleh buat, SQS tak boleh buat both sama dengan SNS. Tapi MQ is up to you to configure. Faham? Right? So that's why that's why the feature actually is richer than the SQS and SNS. Then unlimited throughput here basically means right, this one you see already tadi based on the feature kan, because it is basically it's a managed services AWS will help you to handle the scaling on the throughput. How you charge is pay by per hour and pay per gigabyte. So please be careful when you run this MQ because last time I do a demo, then I forgot to shut down, then it cost me a bomb. Okay? So I know Now I phobia MQ already. So I will show you the video, then you boleh go through yourself lah. Later I'll show you the video. Tapi this one, you see, SQS and SNS, the good thing is cheaper, because you tadi you see I create all these topics semua kan. Tapi kalau I tak pakai, they tak charge me punya, faham? They only charge me based on the request aja. The actual traffic. So, it can be do PubSub, tapi no PubSub in SQS, but you can do PubSub in SNS. Okay, so you can look for this video lah. Right, basically, the video is here. MQ video. MQ AWS. YouTube. Really fast. This demo, very good one. Let me copy to you. You can refer lah. This demo. They show you the demo. How you send message. After that, how you semua lah. All this process you go through and check. Okay. Right. So this one I'm not going to show you because the video is there already. So I'll just paste here in the meeting chat. Any questions on this? Yes. So far, okay. Ada apa soalan? Is it okay, everyone? Okay, Okay. Right, kalau tak ada soalan, come. Let's move on. Come. Let's go through some knowledge check. Quick one. Maybe I put the question. Because sometimes it's good to go through some knowledge check. So that you can like digest lah. Right. True or false. I always like to ask. Betul atau salah aja lah. Okay. Very senang one. My question. So let me show you. This one. Okay. SQS will auto delete the message after it process. False. Atau salah? True or false? Siapa boleh ingat?
True.
False. Correct not? Dia tak auto delete. Correct not? After the message is being processed kan, it will only after 4 days aja kan, correct not? You remember? Right? Then second one, we can make SQS as SNS subscriber. Betul atau salah? Atau salah? True or false?
True.
I just show you in the slide kan. I also show you in my console. Correct not? Right. So, one SNS topic can serve. Okay. One SNS topic can only have one subscriber. Betul atau salah?
Salah.
Subscriber type. Salah kan? Salah. You can have I just show you tadi kan. Satu topik I boleh configure SQS as a subscriber. I boleh configure itu email. I boleh add the SMS. I punya phone number. Okay. So false lah. Okay. False. Okay. Next one. You can see we can set we can configure the the polling, okay, right, from the basically by default, okay, let's say by default, let's put this by default when we poll from SQS, last one, when there is empty message, when there is no message, so empty lah, means empty message. It also will reply to the consumer server, consumer app. Betul atau salah? By default, masih ingat? Poll kalau tak ada empty message. Yes or no? Boleh ingat? Cara boleh ingat? Betul. Kan tak? Betul. Dia akan reply kalau tak ada empty. That's why kita boleh apply a timer. Because dia akan charge us. Kan tak? So next one, last one. SNS and SQS is charged based on basically charged based on the request and per hour okay, and it's based on the request. Betul atau salah? Sahaja. Only number of request. Betul atau salah? It means kalau you set up, you tak pakai, dia tak charge you. Betul atau salah? You create the topics, all these, you create the queue. Kalau you tak pakai, you tak send message, dia tak charge you. Betul atau salah?
Pay per use.
Yes, betul. Betul, true. It's on request saja lah. It's not like the MQ. MQ kalau you create, you tak pakai, they also will charge you. MQ, okay? Okay, that's all lah. Thank you. Just refresh lah like that. Kalau kita go through some knowledge check, then kita boleh refresh easily. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to our last two topic. Okay, we still got last two topic. Chapter 12. Come. After that, 15 minutes. I give you another break. Come. So the last topic is basically is on this on the microservice. Kind of microservice or serverless. Today I will probably end at 5:30.